Hey folks, today is January the 20th. It's currently about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to do our Trend Hunter Robot week number 7 update and review. This is actually my third attempt at this video. For some reason, as I record it, it keeps coming up with a black screen with just me, where you can only hear me talking. So hopefully the third time is going to be the charm. Fingers crossed. All right, last week we earned 1.50%. The week before that, we earned 3.15%. The week before that, we earned 2.68%. And finally, before that, we actually had a losing week of 0.49% loss. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and see exactly how we did this week. I should also mention that I did end up getting somebody to send me their MyFX book account, and it's actually a live account. So thank you a lot to that individual. We'll take a look at his account momentarily. But first, let's go ahead and see how we did this week. And as you can see here, we actually earned 2.67% this week, or $152.82 on our $5,000 account. And let's see what we're at for the month of January. We're up 7.5%, and we still have about a week and a half to go, I think, here. Let's take a quick peek. Yeah, a week and a half to go before January ends. And in December, we closed out 9.15%. So hopefully by the end of January, we'll be able to put up some similar numbers to that. All right, let's go ahead now and take a look and see what our best performing pair has been. And as we can see here, Euro GBP continues to be our best performing pair with $347 in profit overall. All right, let's go ahead now and take a look at the news for the week. As we can see here, nothing on Monday, bank holiday. On Tuesday, we had trimmed CPI out of Canada. On Wednesday, we had core retail sales out of the U.S. On Thursday, we had unemployment claims out of the U.S. And on Friday, we had existing home sales out of the U.S. Let's go ahead and jump into the VPS here. And as we can see, no trades open going into the weekend, which is always a good thing. And let me take a quick peek over at my recording software, make sure everything's still running. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead, take a look at account history. And we can see here, first day of the week was the 16th. We got 4 trades that closed out. First one is a $44 win. Next is a $39 win. Another $40 win, followed by a $26 win. All right, and we can take a quick peek. What is this? Euro GBP. All right, let's move that back a little bit. This one closed on the 17th. So right here, as we can see, this is a trade we had on the 10th, or opened up on the 10th. Market went against us a little bit, then went sideways before coming down to our profit target. Then we got a trade on USD Mexican peso. And this one closed out on the, the 17th. And so that should be right around right here. So as we can see here, the market basically dropped nicely. Again, this EA does trade typically with the trend, and as you can see, we're looking for short trades. Market dropped down directly to our profit target. Very nice. And next, Euro GBP. And we'll see here, this one closed out on the 20th. And so that's going to be right here. Again, looking for short trades. And market went right down to our profit target. And lastly, we have USD Mexican peso, and this one closed again on the 20th, and that should be right here. We can see it went against us a little bit, and went against us a little bit before coming back to our profit target. I have noticed that the EA does tend to give the stop loss a pretty wide berth, as you can see here. Market did go against us. That'll help us out in case there are any random spikes or anything like that. Market goes against us a little bit before returning to the overall trend of the currency pair. So definitely pleased with the results that we've been seeing with what is it here? The Trend Hunter Robot. All right, let us now, give me 1 second. Like I said, I did have all this pulled up already. All right, I want to go ahead and take a look at the vendor's account. And as we can see here, vendor still has not taken any trades for the week. And I believe his account hasn't taken a trade since the 3rd of January. So we'll continue to watch that. Hopefully he will turn things back on here soon. There is still a week and a half in January, so maybe he's waiting until February to turn things back on. We'll have to be patient and see what happens with that. All right. Let me make sure that's right. I closed that. So let's pull this back up. And before we take a look at your guys' questions, we'll take a look at, and again, as I said in the previous video, excuse me for if I pronounce this wrong, but Dragan Drinjanin, his live my Facebook account. And as we can see, this individual has been testing since December. And I'm guessing he got started late December because he made 2.57% there. And January, he is up 37.69%. So doing extremely well overall right now. And we can see here for this week, 1.84% or $127 on his $5,000 live account. And we can see here, this is with Blaze Markets. All right, and one other thing I wanted you guys to see here under summary, I checked this to see what his best performing pair was. And if we come over here under profit, we'll see his best performing pair is Euro USD. And you'll also see that he's testing this EA with quite a few other pairs. Typically, my best performing pair is Euro GBP, but it's actually his worst performing pair. So if you guys want to kind of get an idea on how the EA does on some other, let me see here, some other items like UK 100, Bitcoin, and so on, you can definitely come here, click this link right here, and you can see exactly how the EA is performing for him. All right, let us now come over here and we'll take a look at your guys' question. And let's see here. All right, love watching your videos. Could you maybe do like a back test, like maybe 2 or so years? I have done looked into back tests in the past, and personally, it's not something I tend to focus on just because, for example, I'll look at back testing on a vendor's sales page, and it'll show, the past 5 years, a nice, healthy equity curve. And then, 2 or 3 months into testing the EA with forward testing, we already get an account blown. You know what I mean? So I think back tests do have their place, but I don't tend to focus on them too much just because there have been so many times where EAs do show great back tests only to get blown out after a few months or a few weeks. So I'd personally prefer to, like I said, just do 3 to 6 months of just forward testing, different market conditions, and see how the EA performs. Forward testing, basically. All right, love this EA. Thank you, Larry. Thank you very much, Richie, for continuing to watch and support the channel. Can you please share the set file? I do have no problem sharing that. Just shoot me an email, and I can get that over to you. How come the stop loss are so far? That would be close to 1K loss if it hit the stop loss. How does the bot handle it? Yeah, we can take a look and see how the bot handles all of this. And like I said, I've gone over this a few times in a few videos. And let's go ahead and pull this up. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this actually video does go through. All right, let's see here. I think I had an example on USD MXN. Let's see here. Order, sell, market, USD MXN. And where was that? All right, so I think it was this trade right here. Got entered on the 19th. We can see the market went against us a little bit. Let's take a look and see exactly what happened in this trade. So we can see our stop loss is at 19.93200, and the take profit, as always, is pretty much static. You can see 18.87. That's pretty much static across the board. All right, let's see what happens as the EA decides to start managing the trade. And like I said, pretty quickly that trailing stop does kick in. And we can see here, modify order, and we can see the original stop loss right here, 19.932, changes to 18.905. So that's a pretty big drop in the stop loss. Again, we go on here. Stop loss changes to 18.90731, then 18.9408. And let's keep on going down. Yep, still the same order. then 18.905, 18.907, 18.89408, until it finally takes the trade out at 18.9408. So you can see there was some pretty aggressive movement there with the trailing stop. And I think what you're trying to get at here is what would happen if the EA basically just let the trade run and it ended up hitting that stop loss right here. I don't believe that would happen, mainly because we did have one loss. And you can see that trade right here on the Euro USD pair. We did have a loss. We had a trade go against us, and it closed it out for a $30 loss. So I don't think it would be a situation where the EA just, lets the trade hit the stop. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what you're asking about. So hopefully that does kind of put your mind at ease that should not, well, I can't say should or won't happen because I didn't obviously design the EA, but I'm guessing that whatever they have in place has taken, things into account. Otherwise, if it was just a static stop loss after the trade started going against us, it would have, just waited and held it until, the market eventually took us out. But that's not what happened. It did go ahead and get us out of the trade with only a $30 loss. All right, so that's hopefully that answers that question. And we're at about 11 minutes in. Again, fingers crossed this video goes through. I answered all our questions here. And as always, if you guys have any questions, you can ask them in the comments section, and I will try to get those answered for you. And if you want to help support the channel, make sure you guys use the link below. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next update. Take care, folks.